Hi everyone, Velvet here, and I have some stories for you today. But before we get started, can you please do me a huge favor and like, comment, and subscribe? It'll help the channel out and it'll get you more videos like this. Let's get to it. And our first one comes from Fake Tan. Am I in the wrong for wanting / asking my husband to buy me flowers? A bit of background. I was raised in an emotionally dysfunctional family. I was raised to be a people pleaser above all else. I didn't grow up with any positive romantic relationship models. I had to learn it along the way. Although I still have people pleasing tendencies, I've grown so much after leaving my family home. One thing that I've done in romantic relationships is deny my wants / desires, as not to come off as needy to the other person. I figured the less I ask for, the more desirable I'll be, so I told my boyfriends that I didn't want flowers or anything because it's a waste of money. Honestly, OP, that would have worked on me. I'd be like, oh, cool, she doesn't like it on flowers and stuff. I'd be like, do you have an Amazon wish list? That's how it works for us nowadays. Just look at the list and you get somebody with something they want. And then I'd be more motivated to get you stuff because I'm like, oh, this is a cool chick who doesn't like to waste money. But judging from the story, it didn't play out like that. But let's continue. Of course, most girls like flowers, or at least some sort of romantic gesture to make them feel loved and wanted, and thought of. I denied wanting this in order to appear low maintenance, because I thought it's what men wanted. It's what I want. I would love a low maintenance woman. It makes me more excited when I give her stuff, because, you know, in general, it's just nice to give someone something and they know how to receive a gift. It sounds like you probably do, but you gotta tell people. People can't read minds, but I understand your upbringing and that plays a part into it. But let's continue. Anyway, I said the same thing to my husband when we first got together. We didn't have a lot of money, and I didn't want him to feel like he needed to spend anything on me. Of course, he did a few times during the courting period, but then it dropped off. The last thing he bought me when I didn't ask for was expecting a sapphire necklace to match my engagement ring. Oh, that's cool. I'm not really into jewelry, but I do like matching things. It does, light up the caveman brain. That was back in 2027, after our first kid was born. We have money now. I'm also way less of a people pleaser, and have realized that yes, I do want surprises / romantic gestures once in a while. I've talked to him about it in a non-confrontational way. I've told him that I know what I said, but I didn't want them in the past, but now I do. It's been several months, and nothing. On Mother's Day, I came home from work to a large bouquet of flowers on our kitchen island. I was elated. Several days later, I said something in the kitchen about them, and how nice it was of Dad to get them for me. My 7-year-old stopped and said, "Those aren't from Dad. Auntie got them for you for Mother's Day." My heart sank. I was crushed. I told my husband that I was so sad and I thought they were from him, but I had to find out from our kid that they weren't. I asked him again to buy me some flowers. A few days ago, he got me a $200 prepaid Vista, with a note that basically said I could get whatever I wanted. I was crushed again and explained to him that I wanted a romantic gesture, not a prepaid card to do my own shopping with. Okay, I see where you're coming from, OP, because I'm like, yay, $200, you know what I mean? I'm easy. Give me a $20 Steam card and I'm simple. And it sounds like you're easy too. You want some flowers. The man couldn't get you some flowers? My father isn't a super romantic guy, but back in the day, he would get my mom flowers every once in a while. Eventually, she stopped wanting flowers, and yeah, we ended up with Amazon wish list, but she'll put things that are super affordable and cheap on that, so I don't know about that, but it sounds like you're really easy to shop for. You just want some flowers. How much are flowers? I don't know. Everything's probably really expensive now, but still pretty cheap to get someone you love a bouquet of flowers. But back to the story. I'm pretty sure he doesn't understand or care. Now I'm left feeling like a beehole. So, am I the beehole here? I'm gonna say no, because like I said, it's some flowers. It's not like you're like, I want a new car and I want this, that, in this super fancy restaurant that'll cost us $300 to go eat at. You want just some flowers. That's simple enough to do. It really sounds like he doesn't care, or um, yeah, especially with the $200 card. Personally, I'd be happy with that. But you didn't want the gift. It sounds like you said, you want the romantic gesture. And I really can't say you're in the wrong because you told him what you wanted. It's not like you expected him to read your mind. You told the man what you wanted and he still didn't do it. It's some flowers. You could stop on the side of the road and get some flowers, for cheap. I see it all the time when I'm going to the store. So if you know you're not the beehole, and that sucks that he's not showing you just a little bit of love in your marriage. And our next one comes from Rainbow Skitel 808. Am I the beehole? Housing situation. Am I the beehole slash would I be the beehole if I'm subleasing a room in a 3 bedroom apartment with 2 other girls? It's fairly small. One girl has the master bedroom with her own bathroom. My other roommate and I both have smaller rooms. I work in an office 3 to 5 days a week. My other roommate works from home 5 days a week, and the other girl that just left didn't have a job, so was home often. Well, I just found out my roommate in the other small room is moving back home for the summer and intends to sublease her room. That's fine, but she didn't even tell us. The subleasing to not just one, but 2 girls. 2 girls are going to be sharing that small room. I only found out this when the new girl decided to add the second girl into the group chat, and I had to ask who that was. So now instead of sharing a bathroom with one girl, I have to share with 2 girls. And now a total of 3 others are in this entire space. I found this to be kind of unfair, considering that my other roommate and I never initially agreed to when we moved in. I texted my subleaser and asked if I could potentially end the sublease early, because to me, my home is my sanctuary, and I don't like having too many roommates in general. I'm more introverted and would prefer not to share the bathroom with more than one person. Am I the beehole for wanting to end it early? Would I be the beehole for leaving early, even though I don't get permission from the subleaser? I paid a $500 deposit to move in here, and I'd be fine with not getting it back. My subleaser hasn't said anything yet, but I'm afraid I might be stuck here until the end of September, in a too cramped apartment. Hi, OP. I'm gonna say you're not the beehole, cause this isn't what you agreed upon. If even then, I'd still be annoyed her bringing in another girl while she's gone, because that's someone you don't know and you agreed with. You know what I mean? Just, oh, here's a stranger living with you now. But fine. Maybe not even fine. Who knows? That person moving in might be crazy and might try to do harm to you. I just wouldn't be into that. But now adding another person in an already cramped area, and you got to deal with that in the bathroom, which means you're probably not going to be able to shower when you shower, because you guys are probably already have your, schedule set up already between you guys when you're going to do stuff in the bathroom. Now you're going to have another person in the mix, and who knows if that person is a good person, or who knows if those 2 people might try to steal from your room and sell stuff. Who knows? OP, I don't blame you. Personally, yeah, I would just look into getting out of there, because it's not, it's not worth it to have your sanctuary and your peace just destroyed like that. So, Pete, not the beehole. Yeah, get out of there, because that sounds like a really non-fun place to be right now. And our final one comes from Such Source 8095. Am I the beehole for telling my brother his divorce was his fault? It was my son's 16th birthday party, and we matched him on a car. He also had his girlfriend over, and they've been together for a year. My brother, Tom, is a drunk and never moved on from his divorce. That was almost 13 years ago. It ended because of Tom's affair. So you can't fault my ex-sister-in-law. They had 2 kids, but Tom, because he's a drunk, with a court order, he stopped visitation almost 10 years ago. So, not a stellar father figure either. His kids are older now, but his ex moved out of state, and her new husband adopted the kids. We don't have contact. At the party, also, he was saying stuff in front of my son's girlfriend about how evil women are, and girls that age are best when they get older because they get corrupted by society. I shut that down, reminding Tom that he was the reason for his divorce. Yeah, he's the reason. What? It's crazy how people can do evil and still see themselves as not in the wrong. For his divorce, and his attitude is the reason why no one will date him. And I found what he said disgusting, so I kicked him out of my son's party. Tom did not go quietly, and both my son and husband had to make sure he left. Our mother said how we treated Tom was awful, and Tom has his freedom to talk his mind. Yeah, me stepping in again, he absolutely has freedom of speech, but not freedom of consequence, and that's the consequences of him talking that type of crap in front of all these people at, your son's birthday party. I told her not saying disgusting things in my home. Afterwards, Mom and Tom continue to reach out. And Mom is insistent that Tom was dealt a bad hand. Tom tells me, all men straight. No, we don't. No, we don't. My parents have, 32 years of marriage? Neither one of them strayed. If you came up to me and said, your parents straight, I'd laugh at you because I knew you were a bold-faced liar. And it's funny that I caught you in a lie before I even knew you. Let's see. All men stray, and my husband probably has too, which got him blocked, and my mom acts like I'm causing drama. Okay, first things first, Tom, you don't get to drag any of us down with you, buddy. I will never cheat. I don't care what happens. I will never cheat. unless like aliens come down, chop off, rip out my brain and replace it with like an alien brain and use my body, then I guess technically, but that's the only way I would ever do it when I'm not in my body. You know what I mean? But I'm saying, you know what I mean? Cheating is disgusting. Don't do that. He's 100% in the wrong. I don't know why he's acting like a bitter little bee when he's the one who did the cheating. Yeah, dude, you effed up and she left. Anybody should leave if their spouse cheated. I don't, no forgiveness. I will never get people who can forgive someone who cheated on them. Just doesn't make sense to me. And no, you don't get to bring the party down and stay and say all those things in people's houses. Yeah, you could speak your mind, but you're in someone else's house. You need to watch your manners. And I believe you handled it well by kicking him out because he was just going to drag that. Your son's over there with his nice car. He's 16, living his life. And then we got his uncle dragging him down with that crap, trying to mess with their relationship too. He went after their girlfriend like that, saying stuff like that. That might scare the poor girl away from the family if the members act like that. So no, OP, not the beehole. And your mother needs to wake up too. Her son's a piece of crap over here cheating on people, acting like he's not in the wrong. Disgusting. Again, not the beehole. Thank you for making it to the end of the video with me. And can you please do what I said in the beginning? And like, comment, and subscribe. It really and truly does help the channel out. It helps it grow, and it helps you get more videos like this. Velvet out.